Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Today I'd like to give you a bit of a channel update, as well as answer some questions that I've been getting a lot over the past few weeks. The two major questions I've been getting are, is this a Souls channel, or a channel dedicated to the Souls series? The quick answer to that is no. The second question I've been getting is, will I be covering Elden Ring? The answer to that question is hell yes. So let me expand on this and sort of give you a little bit of inside baseball on how this channel works. So, this channel is dedicated to narrated guides and walkthroughs for any game that I enjoy playing, and that's very important. I have picked up games and even applied for review codes of games and played them early for games that I thought, yeah, I would love to make content for this game. I get a couple hours into it and I'm like, no. This game either isn't for me, I don't think there's compelling content to make, I don't think people are going to need a lot of help with this game, and so I just don't do it. Death Stranding is an excellent example of that. I think I got Death Stranding like 2 days early, and as I was playing it, I was recording literally every single mission and making guides and narrating and stuff like that. But by the time I got to like the fourth mission in the game, I was like, this game's pretty easy and pretty straightforward. This isn't your typical Kojima game with a billion secrets and different ways to do things, and it's super difficult or anything. I mean, Kojima games generally aren't difficult, but you know what I mean. I was like, whatever. I'm just going to play this for myself, and so I didn't make content. I actually covered this in another video. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was another case like this, where I got the game a couple days early, I'm playing it, and it's a mess. Like, I just didn't enjoy the game, and so I didn't make content. And the channel kind of went dark for a couple months there. Like, I didn't really upload anything. Now, because I didn't do any uploads for a little while, I sort of felt like my channel was kind of, not like losing popularity or anything, but it wasn't growing because I wasn't putting out new videos. And that's sort of like the sad state of affairs with YouTube, is like, your channel isn't going to get promoted in the algorithm if you're not uploading new content. It's really rare for that to happen, unless something trips it, and it's a weird algorithm. Nobody really knows how it works. But that's kind of the general idea, is the more you upload, the more people see it, and the better your channel grows, provided the content is good. And so because I had a couple months where it was dark, I wasn't growing at all. So, I was aware of this problem. I didn't really address it too much. But, fast forward to December, or November 2019, the PS5 comes out, so does Demon's Souls Remake. I put out a lot of content for Demon's Souls Remake. 1, because I love Demon's Souls. 2, because I had played it, the original, and it was a 1-to-1 remake for the most part, so I knew where to go. I was able to get content out pretty quickly. I knew what people would need help on, or at least I had an intuition of what people would need help on. My channel had explosive growth because of that game. I covered this in the last channel update, my sort of vacation announcement. Explosive growth because of Demon's Souls Remake. Thousands of new subscribers, hundreds of thousands, actually over 1 million views for Demon's Souls on its own. I will tell you exactly how many views my Demon's Souls videos have gotten, because it is far and away the biggest game I've ever covered on this channel. Groups, Demon's Souls. Total lifetime views, 1,624,091 views. The biggest explosion of growth I've ever had on this channel. And because it's a Souls game, once you play one Souls game, you sort of get the itch to play the others. Or if you've never played them before, try the others. This brings me to the next sort of topic. 2021 has been pretty sparse on new releases because of COVID. Very understandable. Kind of unfortunate, especially considering we got the Xbox Series consoles and the PS5 that came out. Not a ton of new games to play on them. That said, however, because I knew that going dark for a couple months on this channel, not releasing new content, didn't help me. It didn't really harm me, but it didn't really help me at all. I decided, you know what? Because I played Demon's Souls so much and I played it to death, lovingly, why don't I go through the rest of the series? People really responded very well to my what I call the full narrated walkthrough series, or full playthrough walkthrough series of Demon's Souls. Let me do that for Dark Souls 1. Let's see how it goes. And it went really well. These videos don't do gangbusters or anything. They don't really get a ton of views, but I love playing this series, and I have so much to talk about. I could talk to a brick wall. Seriously, I could talk to a wall about video games. I don't care. As long as somebody listens, even if it's a brick, I'm good. So stick a microphone in front of me and ask me to play a Souls game, I'm going to talk about it. I really enjoyed doing that for Dark Souls 1, and so I put out a poll. Hey, do you want to see another Souls game? People voted for Bloodborne, then they voted for Dark Souls 3, now they voted for Dark Souls 2. And I covered, so far this year, new games, I've covered Resident Evil Village, Returnal, and the Yuffie DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Those are the only new games that I've covered this year on this channel. I guess maybe Bowser's Fury as well, but that was pretty quick. But yeah, that's it. 4-ish games in 8 months. That's a pretty slow year, and that's because of COVID. So I needed to do something to just keep myself engaged, keep myself creating content, and so I just relied on the Souls series because I have so much to talk about with it, and because of the explosive growth from Demon Souls on this channel. That said, though, that has led to a lot of questions of, hey, is this a Souls-only channel? The answer is no. I plan on covering new games as they come out, but I'm kind of picky. The next game that I plan on covering is Kena Bridge of Spirits. This is a game that was supposed to come out, I think actually launch window PS5, got delayed, and then got delayed again into September. Kind of unfortunate, very understandable again. I don't mind this at all. It's just what happens. But that is my planned next release that I'll be covering on this channel. Now that said, keep in mind, I may pick up this game and not like it. Or I may just feel like this is pretty easy, walkthroughs aren't necessary, and then not cover it. And then I've got to find something else to do, so maybe I'll go back to an old game. So there is only one Souls game left for me to cover, and that would be Sekiro. And I've actually had some people ask me, do you plan on covering Sekiro? Truth be told, I covered Sekiro back in 2019, but because I have so many new subscribers on this channel and so many new fresh eyes on my content, they don't know that. And so I've sort of been just telling them, yeah, I covered it 2 years ago. Oh my god, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, here's all the videos, but I didn't do a full walkthrough for it. I just covered boss by boss or item pickups or secrets, stuff like that. I didn't do a full playthrough series. What I'd like to do is give you a little bit of insight into how those videos work, these full playthrough walkthroughs. They may seem unedited, but they are not. It is live gameplay. I am literally playing and recording at the same time, controller in my hand. You could hear it vibrating sometimes. It is not me doing commentary over a playthrough. It is me literally just talking while playing. But I do have to edit them for a couple reasons. One, I like to be able to insert my little social handles that you see at the bottom of bottom of all those videos. I like to do a fade from black, cross dissolves for my little outro card with my face and logo and the 2 recommended videos. That requires some editing. But there's also another piece that's very important that kind of just most people don't know about, and that is audio. So what I'm going to do for you right now is I'm going to turn off any of my audio editing, and you're going to hear what my living room sounds like. There you go. You can hear the hum of the air conditioner in the background. You can hear the coil one from my refrigerator over there. Probably some noise from my computer. I edit all this out. It's a very easy process. I want to give a big shout out to Marcus, aka Epic Namebro, another former Souls content creator, now just does a lot of general streaming of RPGs and stuff. He posted about this on Twitter months and months ago. And he was like, hey, there's 3 clicks you need to do, and here's how you clean up your audio. And I've been doing that ever since. And I kind of don't want to go away from doing that, because it just doesn't sound great. When I recorded those Demon Souls walkthrough videos, I didn't do that. I didn't know about it at the time. So you can hear a little bit of background noise, especially a coil whine, which I hate. It comes from various places. It's not something that's necessarily audible to me, just sitting down. But if I actually play back the video, I'm like, oh yeah, I can definitely hear it. So it's something to do with microphones and machines and stuff like that. I'm not an expert on this by any means. But now that I know about that, I don't want to not edit my audio and clean it up for you. That said, there's another piece that comes into play here, and that is the quality of the videos that I'm putting out, the actual image quality. I record in 4K. I have an AverMedia Live Gamer 4K. It works great, but if it's available, I will also record in 4K HDR. This is something barely anybody watches. I don't have any stats on it. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't provide them. But if you have a 4K monitor or a 4K phone, or sorry, an HDR monitor or an HDR phone or some sort of HDR display, you can watch my videos in 4K HDR. I do this because I'm sort of a stickler for like creators' intent or artist intent. And if a game has HDR settings, I'm going to use them. I'm going to make the game look how the creators intended, at least I feel, because it's available and it's another really good image quality option. The downside to this is while the video file size is considerably smaller than a raw 4K file, it takes exponentially longer to edit and render because Adobe Premiere doesn't support it super well. And Adobe Media Encoder takes a long time to render these videos because HDR, there's something called CUDA, C-U-D-A, and this allows you to use the power of your graphics card to render videos. CUDA is not supported with HDR, or HDR is not supported by CUDA, whatever way you want to say that. So what that means is that the render times are incredibly long and incredibly slow. To give you an example, a 1-hour Dark Souls walkthrough recorded in 4K quality will take, if it's an hour long, it may take 90 minutes to render. Not too much longer than the video itself. A 1-hour Demon Souls walkthrough in 4K HDR would take upwards of 24 hours to render. It is so much longer. And a lot of times, these things fail. I cannot tell you how many times I have to try to render videos that will get all the way to the end and then fail for some nondescript reason that Adobe does nothing to really indicate to you what the actual reasoning is. It's infuriating. Every creator has this problem when it comes to Adobe products. It's nothing new. It's been happening for decades. But if I want to edit my audio in an HDR video, that means the render time is going to take so much longer. So I'm telling you all this because I don't even know why I'm telling you all this. Just to sort of give you a little bit of inside baseball and maybe some reasoning as to why, like, oh, it's because of Sekiro. I got so lost in this, I forgot what I was talking about. Sekiro is a game that has HDR support. So I would want to make those videos in 4K HDR, but if I were to do a full playthrough walkthrough on a game that I've kind of already covered extensively on this channel already 2 years ago, it's going to take so long to get that content out. And sometimes YouTube doesn't even recognize the HDR settings in the video file. My Resident Evil Village hardcore difficulty full playthrough walkthrough was recorded in HDR, but it didn't get uploaded in HDR, and I don't know why. I'm not going to go back and find out. But that's kind of the idea. Now, that brings me to the second question that I've been getting. Will I be covering Elden Ring? The answer, like I said, hell yes. I've already applied for a review code. If I don't get it early, I will wait on whatever line. I don't care. I'm playing that game, and I will be covering it on this channel. No doubt about that. So don't worry. I've got you covered. And that's the update on the channel. So, I will be covering Elden Ring. This is not necessarily a Souls channel, but there just hasn't been so many releases this year, or haven't been too many releases this year that I've been interested in covering, so I've kind of been going back and doing old stuff just for fun. That's kind of where we're at. But that's it. As always, if you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll do my best to respond to you. And yeah, if you're ever interested in other channel updates or other channel questions, feel free to ask. I'm always around. All right, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.